CNC SciFi Grill is live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. It is Friday, the day after April Fool's. So next year, I don't know if we're gonna have an April Fool's show because I don't even want to deal with that nonsense. But it's Friday, April 2nd. And good evening, good afternoon, good morning to those of you all across the world. I am Cliff, one of your hosts. To my right is my brother, Big Nate.
What up, y'all?
And below us is my daughter, Christina, coming from the sunny, smoggy city of Los Angeles.
What do you mean? Why Angel lost? Where's she at? How'd you lose?
She running around here yelling. I'm not talking about that angels. I said angels, not angel. See, there's a difference. See. Anyway, we did have a set plan. We were going to discuss three things, but unfortunately, someone has been too busy to see either of those things. Although she has a streaming service that has both of those things.
Working.
Yeah. See, that's what happens when you're in California. I know. That's life in big old Cali. So instead, I think we've all seen Suicide Squad, the trailer for the new one. Okay. And then we've also all seen Falcon and Winter Soldier, which was the main point of this show. So first, let's get started with the Suicide Squad trailer, which made Big Nate kind of squirmish.
My son will love it. I'm going to be a little squirmish, but Elijah will think it's so cool.
And what made you squirmish, sir?
Well, he pulled that man in half.
Meh.
And the entrails. I was like, are those entrails? Oh, wow.
Why, yes. Yes, they are.
Those are intestines.
Hand. Y'all do know who the voice of King Shark is, right?
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone.
Mm-hmm. So he's getting his Vin Diesel money on by being a voice actor. So we got Jai Courtney returning as Captain Boomerang. We got Margot Robbie returning as Harley, because I don't think anybody can replace her as Harley. And then we got Captain Flag, who nobody really cares about, returning as well. And then we got new characters, which is Idris, the guy from SNL, which I can't think of his name. I think it's
John Cena.
John Cena's in there as was it Peacemaker? What were you saying, Christina?
Yes, he's a peacemaker.
The guy from SNL who dated Ariana.
Is it Pete Davidson?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Pete Davidson's in there. A lot of these characters we don't. At least I went to go see Godzilla versus Kong today, and a lot of those characters do not show up later on in the movie in the trailers. So it's probably going to be like who was the guy that died in the first one? The one that could tie Slipknot, who died immediately. I'm pretty sure they're going to get off pretty fast, except for the cadre of folks. So you got Polka Dot Man, but he seemed to be at the end of the later parts of the movie. Pete Davidson's character, which I can't remember who he is playing, and then who was the albino? I know that actor's name, and I can't think of it. That was in what the heck? Walking Dead. And I cannot think of his name. He always plays a jackass. Let's see. But go ahead, Nate. Discuss some. What did you think of the trailer?
I know it's supposed to be a sequel, but it really seems more standalone-ish for me. It was very good. It made me excited to see the Suicide Squad. It really did. I was like, Idris to me is going to be a better leader.
Mm-hmm.
And Harley Quinn is dope. I'm sorry, I love Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie kills that role, and so the Boomerang dude, I could have took him or left him in the first one. So now I'm
they've actually said that's been one of his better roles. I mean, he was horrible as Kyle Reese. He was horrible as Kyle Reese. And then he was in the what the heck? They just played those movies the other day, the young teen movies. Oh my God, I cannot think of it. Divergent. He was in that series. He was a jerk in that.
Oh yeah, he was. He was actually for the role he was playing. He was good.
You don't remember
He was
him,
in
Christina, in Divergent? He
I
was like
remember him in
in charge of Daedalus. He was like one of the army people in Daedalus, like the main one of the main
He was a
sergeants.
true jerk.
Mm-hmm.
He was a true jerk, and he did for that role. He did good, but like in this movie, I don't know. Kept him, kept him, whatever. I'm
He
gonna be
was
honest with you.
Eric Coulter in Divergent. So he was the leader.
Oh,
You totally forgot it. You totally forgot he was in it, didn't you? That's how important he was.
Shailene Woodley took all my attention. So
Yep. Oh my God.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you who I think is gonna kill this. I think he's gonna steal the whole movie. Is John Cena.
Oh, did you see the second trailer? Or you haven't seen the second trailer? The third trailer. So there was another trailer that was in front of Godzilla versus Kong. And in that trailer, I guess one of the people is called Ratcatcher. That's what the Hispanic lady is called. She's called Ratcatcher, and she literally has rats that she commands, like Ben. Like what was it? Willard was that movie?
I don't like
The Pied Piper. Go ahead.
Yes. So Peacemaker, she was talking to Peacemaker, and she's like, I thought you were all about peace. And he was like, I am about peace. And I will kill every man, woman, and child until we get peace.
Yeah.
And then she looked at Polka Dot Man and said, I thought you were the crazy one. And he goes, I am.
I'm telling you, John Cena is gonna steal this movie, and I'm here for it because we need another, WWE superstar to fully cross over. John Cena's been trying,
for so
but
long.
I think he has been doing okay though. He did that. There is a movie. There was a comedy where he killed it, and I'm trying to think of the comedy. It was with the lady that doesn't make that many movies anymore. But go ahead, Nate.
again, we've only had Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Personally, I would have liked to see more Stone Cold, but Stone Cold don't act. Stone Cold is just Stone Cold in all his movies because he's just Stone Cold. Which I actually want to do a movie with Stone Cold because I just want to be like, do you ever do anything other than growl? I just want to ask him. Like, I'm going to ad-lib a line.
So he was in the Amy Schumer movie, Trainwreck, and he was pretty funny in that. And then he was also in the Cockblockers movie as one of the dads, and he was pretty good in that as well.
I'm not saying that he's not good in the roles he does. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he hasn't hit superstardom status. He's good. I like John Cena. I like him a lot, actually.
He was horrible with Bumblebee. When I saw Bumblebee, I was like, I don't care. He's the asshole military guy.
But can I tell you something? That even though he can do that, that doesn't lend to his strengths. His strengths are gung-ho over the top, and give him a role where he's gung-ho over the top with a flair of crazy. I think he's going to kill this. I'm looking forward to his role. I'm also looking forward to, I don't know what do they call him? The guy that's the half shark. Is it Shark Man? What is he called?
Yeah, that's King Shark. That's Sylvester Stallone's character.
I'm sorry. He's gonna do so much with so little, and I can't wait. Go ahead, King Shark.
You also got the one guy. I think it's Benicio del Toro is playing the weasel. That weasel thing. But I don't know. They said he's Benicio del Toro. I thought was going to be the weasel, but he's also playing the main villain supposedly. So we'll see. Michael Rooker was the other person I was thinking about. He's playing Savant, who is a computer hacker. So I did not see him or Pete Davidson in other parts of the shorts that I saw in the new trailer. So I don't think they survived pretty long in the movie. So it might be kind of like how Slipknot.
I guess Pete Davidson gonna die.
No.
So let's get started on Falcon Winter Soldier. This is episode 3, and it brought even more to light some of the themes that they've been going into. I'll do just a quick summary, and then we can just do a roundtable about thoughts about the show, about this week's episode. So basically, we start off with Captain America busting into a lab. Is basically, if you last episode, it was the place where the Flag Smashers had chilled. So he busted in the lab, and that turned out to be good. We'll get into that in the in the spoilers part. Right. But basically what ended up happening is they figured out, well, hey, Bucky and Sam can get more done because they're outside of the system. Although I don't see how Sam is really outside the system because he's an Avenger and he also works for the federal government. I can barely hear you, Christina. I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my computer working.
Yeah, because you're getting like feedback or something. I don't know what it is. So there was that, and then we not fast forward, but the next scene is, with Bucky and Sam, and they end up releasing one of our villains from Civil War, the main villain, to help them out, which was kind of an
Zemo.
Ocean's 11 type thing. They did the
Zemo.
Right. And that was a little contention. And we'll get into that in the spoilers. But basically they end up going to the city of Madripoor, which is very famous in the comic books because that is where Wolverine used to hang out a lot. And by I mean a lot, that was his city. He used to, run a lot of the stuff, and he would stop the criminal underground there, but that was where he used to go and hide out and chill and stuff. So then they run into an old friend there, which is another callback to Civil War and Winter Soldier, which is Sharon Carter. So she's been doing some things, and then they find out who's been making the super soldier serum. All the while also going on is the Flag Smashers and what they're going through. The main lead goes through for the Flag Smashers, the leader basically goes through a little traumatic event, and that shows at the end that how that affected her. So in the end, they end up fighting, and then after they leave Manipur, they go off on a search for basically the person who's doing the super soldier serum, and they end up trying to hunt down the young lady that's leading the Flag Smashers. And then Bucky has a surprise at the end,
which is the best part of the damn show.
So I'm going to leave it at that, but we're going to do spoilers here. So I'm going to give y'all about maybe 20 seconds, and then we'll get into spoilers.
I'm going to leave and come back.
Okay, you leave and come back, and then when you come back, I'll bring you in.
Let me address everybody that's tuning in. You have 20 seconds to comply. If you do not leave within 20 seconds, there will be consequences. You now have 15 seconds to comply.
Well, I wouldn't give him that time because Christina's still having issues with her set.
You have 10 seconds to comply.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, that's the reason why you see a little extra stubble. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna die. We're gonna pray for me in Jesus' name. But I'm gonna try to get this beard connect because it connects, but it turns in and it drives me so.
It's not
crazy.
as bad as mine. I can't even. All I can get is like little fuzzies.
Oh no! I have a full beard. The problem is it hurts. Mm-hmm. So what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna have to suffer for about a week. I'll be trying to grow this in, and then I want to have the full lusciousness. I'm gonna try to grow this beard. I'm gonna try. Okay. I've tried a couple times before, and I straight struggled. And I'm gonna see what happens. Try to grow this beard, and I'm gonna literally it's gonna itch me. So I'm just gonna have to try to use this aloe vera. I'm gonna try to use aloe vera for this week. And if you see it all shaved off by Tuesday, then you understand it and drove Nate nuts.
Well, while we're waiting for Christina, because she's not. I'm not able to add her to the stream because her devices are not connected. What is a quick overview of your thoughts on Snyder Cut of Justice League?
Oh hell, I am so irritated. Okay, this movie initially was supposed to be two movies, okay? And
Yes.
Snyder shot it for two movies. And that's the way it should have been. And I honestly didn't have a problem sitting down for 4 hours. I mean, after the first 90 minutes, I got antsy. I got up, paused it, walked around for a minute, and then I sat down for the rest of it.
Well,
It
there
was
was
a
stuff he
whole-
could have cut out to reduce the time to maybe 3.5 hours or something like that.
No, it was good as is. He
Mhm.
needed the 4 hours. First off, it is the only reason why I'm gonna go see the Flash movie. I was gonna send Elijah with his crew to see the Flash movie because the way the first cut of Flash, he was a big dork, goofy, and I was like, he can't carry a movie. I'm not going to see this. But the Snyder cut of the Flash is the reason why I will prescribe to go see the Flash movie because that's a lot better Flash, way better.
Well, they fleshed out a lot of stuff in there. Like a lot of stuff, like just like stupid stuff got fleshed out. I don't understand all the stuff. So you had, so first, Martian Manhunter's in it, but evidently he's just sitting there watching the world get burnt the hell up and doesn't show up until later.
He was chilling and he was waiting for men to step up. And when they stepped up, he says, "Okay, I got a stake in this world. I'll step up." Which I was like, "Damn, you could have been stepped up, dude. This is ridiculous." But
you had Cyborg, who was actually the heart of the movie, and then you had Flash, who ended up being the hero of the movie. Which in the other one, Superman basically was Superman was the one that did everything.
They relied on. If you noticed whose role in Snyder's cut, Wonder Woman and Aquaman's role were diminished.
But Aquaman got a little bit more fleshing out, a little bit.
Yeah, he got more fleshing out, but he wasn't the Billy Badass that their first cut made. Which is good to me. And now that Christina's back, I'm basically say this. It helped me say, okay, I'm a little excited for DC. Because at this point, and I love DC. I actually would rather read a Superman comic. I love Superman comics. And so my problem is I just had given up with DC, and that actually restored. That's okay. I will give DC another chance based on the Snyder cut. I think they should let Snyder get back in and do another Justice League. But that's just
there's still some holes that he leaves there. And it could be because he had to rush through it. And he basically had to take what he had already done, which had been cut from the stuff that Josh Whedon did. Then he had to take the Josh Whedon stuff. And then he had to take his new stuff because they only gave him $70 million. What's up, Wild Knight? They only gave him $70 million to complete his vision. So to spin it all together and what he did in 4 hours, I don't think he added that much more into it. He just did a couple reshoots. And they did say that the whole scene with Batman and the Joker, those two actors were not in the same place at the same time during that whole scene. So, and that's why they had those weird cuts that they did.
Who played Joker in Justice League?
Yes. That's why I told you to watch it.
No. Who played Joker in Justice League?
Whatchamacallit? Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
And he looked like Joker. Except he just had Joker with long hair and he had the right smile. He wasn't like the gangster one from Suicide Squad.
So he was like Dark Knight Joker, basically?
Kind of. It was kind of an amalgamation of Dark Knight. But
again, it was way better. I was way happier. I sat there and said, Josh Whedon. I don't know. I've not been a fan of Josh Whedon. This made me less of a fan of Josh Whedon because I said to myself, he really did Ray Fisher.
Yeah,
I love Buffy, but I can love Buffy while hating Josh Whedon.
This is true, and I can love Avengers and still dislike Josh Whedon. He did kick off Avengers. He did kick off the group thing, and he did it right. It was just this one, he came in the middle, and then he had problems with the actors, and he took it out on the actors instead of
He's
making the film
racist.
right. Yes, he is.
I
And
wish they would give. I wish they'd give Ray Fisher another chance.
he was supposed to be in the Flash movie, but they dropped him at one point. So maybe after this, he will be.
Warner Brothers likes covering their ass.
Except for Amber Heard. And now they want to cover it. But let's get back.
She's by the way,
Hmm?
I'm sorry to say, Miss Heard, that was a rumor. Miss Heard is still in Aquaman too.
Trash goblins. Trash. Well,
I read that today. That was a rumor. She is still on slating. So I'm like, okay. Let's get back to what we talking about.
all right.
Because
So
I'm smoking cigars. I'm running out of cigars. Come on.
we gonna do the whole spoiler thing now. So we gave y'all the quick overview. It was very quick. I'm not gonna do a whole summary of it because that just gets long winded, and I'm sure people be falling asleep. Like, okay, we've seen the episode. You ain't got to go through everything. So one of the things that did come out was the doctor that perfected Erskine's formula. He did mention how they use Isaiah's blood. He didn't say whose blood, but he did say there was a soldier that they got.
He said the American test subject.
Mm-hmm.
So
which was Isaiah.
We knew it was Isaiah.
Mm-hmm. So all that prodding and poking, they streamlined the thing. And here's my thing. Zemo does not like the super soldier program, and he has very valid points. And Vision actually mentioned this in Civil War when he was like, the more we come around, the more of us that show up, the more the opposite kind comes up in opposition. Well, that's the same kind of thing that Zemo brought up. He's like, well, y'all created, the Red Skull was created, and then Cap was created to fight him, and then it just keeps, it's like a war of superpowers that keep happening whenever somebody else pops up that's got superpowers. But who didn't see him shooting the doctor? Like, seriously? Lost Big Nate. That's that New Mexico god dang internet.
I thought
I
thought it was me.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
He's back. He's back. All right.
That didn't make any sense. I said, why? I mean, my man went and found the gun. Who would have not thought he was going to shoot and kill this doctor? I'm like, come on.
And also, where can I get that coat from? That's all I want to know. I want
Dopey dope. I'm ordering tomorrow. That's the hotness.
Zemo's coat?
Yes, Zemo's coat was like a better version of Bane's coat.
Can I tell you, if I grow this beard out, have the gray in, walking in the street with that coat blowing in the wind and a good stogie, oh, it's on. That's all for effect. That coat is dopey dope.
So and then the other thing was the whole thing with Baron. That was funny because Sam's like, "Oh, Zemo, you're rich," and Baron and Zemo goes, "I am a Baron." Duh. So Nate, what did you think of everything?
Well, I mean, this was a means to an end. This was a setup. This was the setup episode. The end is what got me. Bucky was like on it. I'm trying not to jump to the end, but the end is what made me.
It doesn't matter because we're just going over everything that happened. So you jump wherever you want to go.
As soon as, I'm sorry, but Sam was right. He was like, as soon as we break this fool out, Wakanda's coming. Wakanda's coming.
And for those that don't know, that was Dio that met him, which was from Civil War again with Black Widow, and she was like, "Move or be moved."
I was like, did she say move or be moved? I was like, yes. I was like, if she walked up,
Maybe they didn't want to bring her in. They already spent their money
Not-
on
Right. They done dropped so much money thus far.
Don
I would
Cheadle.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw her, I sat there and said, it's on, it's on. Let's go, let's go. The next episode about to be dopey dope, dope, dope. Because here's the issue. Just because that bodyguard showed up doesn't mean that we could get the whole women's brigade up in this piece. I can't wait. She might pop out and he'd be like, look, we're trying to do something. And she might go, we taking him now, and whistle, and they all come down. I mean, could be everybody. I'm like, I can't wait the next episode. I'm going to be there with bells on.
And we also got to see Zemo training. Because remember, he was a soldier. He led an elite brigade, almost like their level of the Green Berets. And it showed when he was fighting in Madripoor. What did you think about that?
Let's
that
stop.
drink.
Let's stop. First off, you in a real bad area when you drive up and you need 6 armed motorcycle guards to get you into town. I looked around. I said, "Oh damn!" Did you see the look on Sam's face? Sam was like, "Oh shit."
We in the ghetto.
We in the ghetto. I mean, locking the doors ain't enough. Then they get there and he says, "You want the regular?" And he just shakes his head. And he pulls out a God bless his snake and cuts out the internals and drops it in a drink. I sat there like, Po Sam. They also have a $1 billion bounty on their head. Let's get to that.
Yes. Just in Madripoor, though, does that transfer outside of Madripoor?
Let me ask you a question.
Who shot the lady?
I don't know.
That was old girl.
No,
It wasn't.
It was not. It was not her.
She didn't have a sniper. She had a pistol.
Yep.
So it was somebody else.
It was somebody else. It was probably the power broker, I think, tying up loose ends or somebody
Or
else.
it could have been the girl that picked up Sharon.
So all I'm gonna say about Sharon is she's probably still undercover because I can't see her not getting a part. I can't see that. I think she's undercover still with the agency. And she was part of SHIELD, right? Or was she CIA after SHIELD?
She was CIA.
Oh, she's back in their good graces. Come on. Especially, and we don't know if she was around or not around for the blip. So. Christina, what did you think of everything?
I thought the episode was really good. They weren't as heated about racism.
Why do I hear an echo from you?
I don't know. I think it's me.
I don't hear her echo. Go ahead, Christina.
I mean, I hear my own echo. But I don't know what's going on. I thought
it was Nate because I just muted him.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I mean, seeing Bucky go Winter Soldier was interesting.
Oh, but did you notice what music they played when Bucky went off?
No.
That was the music from Civil War when he was in Winter Soldier mode. Yeah, that was the Winter Soldier thing. So that and Sam saw that. Oh shit, that's still inside of him.
Yeah. Which I think was important for Sam to see because it's just like, even though he went to Wakanda, like it doesn't go away.
Right.
Wakanda's good though.
Yeah, Nate, you got an echo. I don't know why, but you do. I muted you, and we don't have the echo anymore.
Do you have an echo now?
Let's see. Yes. It's only been since you left and came back.
Then I'll leave and come back. I'll leave and come back again.
All right.
So long, farewell to you, my friend.
I thought it was a Vita Zane. So long, farewell.
Until we meet again. Well, those are two different songs.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we still got it. No, we don't have it anymore. Yay!
The Harrell.
Yippee.
I wonder what it was. So,
I don't know.
It was my theme music.
oh, is that what it was? You got to hear
Hell
yourself.
to the yeah. I had to turn off my theme music, y'all. I'm sorry. It comes on every time I walk in a room.
Did you like the other funny thing was Zemo's butler? So Zemo's got a butler because he's rich. He's stupid rich, and he was like, "Oh, just give him the expired stuff."
Also,
Give it the smell test.
Could he not understand them? Like, could Bucky not understand them?
Bucky should know their language, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Bucky's literally a soldier. Like, how did he not understand what they were saying? But okay.
He knows Russian.
And Sokovian is probably very close to Russian.
Could be, racist. Could not be.
Kind of racist right there, but yeah, you're pretty
How? They're both in Eastern Europe.
So, we also got
it sounds Russian.
You know,
Polish
I hate
does
to
not
say it,
sound
but
Russian.
sometimes Zemo was correct about some of the stuff. I don't like his method, but he was correct about a lot of things.
He's not allowed to be right.
Why? Because he killed T'Chaka and the UN building? Or is it because he preyed on a vulnerable Tony Stark?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have a problem with that. And I like Tony, but you know what? He deserved it. Give it to him. I don't care.
Did you see Zemo dancing for 2 seconds though?
Oh my God! Yes, I saw that.
That was dope.
In the middle of the damn crowd. So funny.
Oh, he was like, "They know how to party."
Quick question: so you leave Sharon Carter outside by herself?
Yo,
all three of the men folk are talking to one doctor.
Hilarious.
And she kills how many people?
Hilarious.
I stopped counting at 10.
And she didn't knock him out. No, sir.
They dead.
They dead.
They dead.
And then Wild Knight brings up a very valid point. I forgot about
it. Oh my God, the Marvin Gaye conversation. Oh my God.
No, the Marvin Gaye conversation. That was good. And then they got on Bucky about that. It was like, you didn't listen to it?
And I love how he said, he was like, that's inappropriate for you to say, but he's right. I was like, that's hilarious.
Because Zemo was like, that tells the whole story of the African-American struggle.
Oh,
and Sam was like, God dang it.
Like, why you gotta be right?
He was like, that's inappropriate for you to say, but you're right. And I was like, facts. Oh, by the way, total side note. Side note. I have to tell Cliff about this one. Man, this Chow Flathead 660.
Yes, sir.
Excellent, my friend. Excellent.
I still got 11 more to go through, I think.
Well, I mean, you have plenty that you purchased, but I'm going to tell you in the future, for you and anybody else that is listening, Chow Flathead 660.
And he is talking about, for those that don't have video or listening on iTunes or podcast, he is speaking about a cigar. Because me and Nate are cigar. And Wild Knight said Zemo is woke.
Oh, my God.
Facts. Zemo is deep in the streets.
Not deep in the streets.
Yeah, well, Zemo, I mean, he is on the low end.
Well, first off, Zemo brought him in. Then he turned around and got him into the club. Then he got the information, had a butler, had the dopest coat in all of, so far, the whole city.
But and they did dress Sam as a pimp.
Sam as a pimp.
Why did they dress the one black guy with the group as a pimp?
Because the only Americans that think dressing nicely as a black man makes you look like a pimp. And I was like, I'm dead. I'm literally deceived.
Well, he does.
I'm telling you, Zemo is deep in the streets. Mm-hmm. Zemo, you know, every show I pick a spirit animal. Zemo is me. Dopity dope. That first off, he kicked major butt. I can't even bend my knee like that. He was kicking ass. Mm-hmm. And then he was doing it in a dopity dope coat. I was like, yeah.
And just like, I'm just gonna climb on top of this crate and cause an explosion.
And just think, he's just a regular old soldier. He's not. He's like, oh my God, I forgot about that. Captain America. That's what a lot of people are calling him now because he's fake Captain. Captain America. When he got spit on by that German guy.
Do you know who I am? We don't give a
Do
damn.
I care?
Do I care? And I care because.
And they didn't get it that. I don't know why. I guess because he's a soldier, he doesn't realize it. I don't know if Steve would have caught on as well. Steve might have been a little slow, but it's like they're helping the people, dude. They're helping. I mean, because she even brought it up when she rated the thing. Dude, this shit's been sitting around for 6 months.
No, Steve would have caught that. Towards the not at the beginning when they just got him out the ice.
Yeah, not when he was rah.
No. Later on, when he broke away from everybody, Steve would have figured out, like, look, dude, these are the modern day Robin Hood. Why are we chasing them?
Yep. Yeah. And yes, Battlestar. Don't get me started on Battlestar. That man. What is he there for?
The worst stereotypical black sidekick ever.
You know what? Okay, first off, I gotta speak for my black people. Why he don't comb his head? It's just so.
That's a style. I thought that was a style.
It's fine, but it's nappy.
It's terrible.
My mama would have slapped me upside the head if I left the house looking like that.
Right. I literally looked at that and said, he ain't got no grease. Like, literally, I wanted to walk on set and be like, hey, man, here's some oil sheen. Do something with that.
That is Wild Knight's opinion.
Facts. Wild Knight, I'm with you 100%. My mama that would be the first thing. That would be the first thing that my mama would say. And you know, my mama getting sick, but if she watched that TV show, the first thing she'd say is, why does that boy comb his head?
So, you know, all in all, it was an interesting episode. In the end, we did see people blurring the lines. So in the beginning, we saw Captain America. He was blurring the lines because, you know, you saw his other side of him come out. But then the Flag Smasher, she blew up the depot with the people in it. And her people, her sidekick, or I'm sorry, not a sidekick, but her wingman was like, the fuck did you just do? Did you just blow them people up? And she was just like, that's the only language they understand. So, and this was after she saw her friend die from tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is what she had, which is interesting for someone.
That wasn't her friend. I thought that was her mother.
I think she was like a mentor figure.
That was a mentor figure. That was not her mom. As far as I know.
It wasn't 100% her mom, no.
No. But that was a bit rough for her, but we saw how she came out of it. She decided to blow up GRC stuff after she got all the stuff out.
But damn, I mean, that's another thing. They build, if you saw the GRC commercial on how they were supposed to be helping people, and they are straight screwing people over.
Holding on to stuff for 6 months. And that kind of goes back to, you know, how people feel FEMA and all these other organizations do when they go to rescue people, how they hold on to supplies and aren't able to pass them out. And that's also at the government level, how they're not passing out the supplies that these people need. I mean, just think about everything we had to go through to get a stimulus. It was vote after vote after vote after vote after vote after vote.
Well, I mean, even you back up further, we had to get a whole new president to get some damn shots. All of a sudden, now we have a plethora of shots, and Johnson & Johnson's out, and previous administration, I'd have been waiting to 2022, and I'm fully vaccinated now. So, yes, the government be on some shady McFunky stuff.
And it all depends on who's running which part of which government. I mean, because they do the same thing with the loans, the same thing with
I'm gonna
grants,
be honest with you. It doesn't really, to me, it doesn't matter who's running it. There's always somebody that wants their pocket flying. Yes. And sitting on that stuff for 6 months was terrible. And
especially when you got people that just got blipped in existence. Before you had plenty of resources. Now your resources are depleted because, think about it, in that 5 years' time, how many people had babies? Multiple babies. So now half of the population is back now, and you got the additional toll of the people that had started repopulating the world. And that's something I didn't even think about, Nate and Christina. So when he blipped people, what if he was pregnant? Did you disappear and the baby didn't? Or did both of y'all disappear?
I want to think about that.
You got me thinking on a level I didn't want to do, but I'm gonna say this. I just give that example. I love my house, right? This
Mhm.
is a rent with an option to buy, right? Y'all know I'm renting, but I'm working it up so where I can go and purchase this thing hopefully in next September, October, right?
Mhm.
Now, what if I'd have got blipped pre-September where I'm just
Mhm.
renting? Then I showed back up. This house would have long since been re-rented. I'd have been homeless.
Homeless.
Well, not only that, but what if you had started paying for it and you got blipped? Does the bank repossess the house at that point?
Yep.
Because you
Yes.
disappeared from the face of the earth. And
I
think about what happened
I
with.
ain't I ain't there to keep paying the mortgage.
I got one thing that bothered the bloody hell out of me. Sam and his fucking phone.
You know you going on a whole reconnaissance mission, and you got your phone on, sir. Sir.
You don't. Okay, good. He didn't have it on loud, but he had it on vibrate.
Sir. That belongs on silent.
That belongs off. Yeah, that's true. Half the animals.
Mhm.
That's true. That's true.
Half of everything except plants, right? Plant life and all that didn't disappear. Did he blip all the animals? I thought he just blipped. Well, he did blip half of. I don't know.
Half of life. Half of life. Half of life.
No,
Wildlife is
wildlife.
right.
Don't blame that on black people because I turn off my stuff when I go on the thing. I know, and Nate can attest to this. And Christina, I don't think you went to Uncle Jamal's mom's funeral when somebody had their phone ring in the middle of the funeral, like loud.
No.
And we were sitting there like, really?
Okay, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm going to share with you a quick story. I was in front of Judge Boyd, who's still a judge down at the Daily Center. I had left the DA's office. I was working for a private firm, a divorce firm, and I had just started dating my ex-wife, Catherine Harding. And Catherine knew that every 9 o'clock in the morning I was in the courtroom. She knew this. I'm a lawyer. Anytime you call me at 9 a.m., I'm in the same place 5 days a week. I'm in the same place. I'm in court.
Mhm.
So she calls my phone. Like an idiot, she would say, "Oh, you just a pimp. You keep your phone on silent all the time." I said, "No, I go into court. That's why it's on silent." So she went in my phone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. She went in my phone and turned my ringer up, unbeknownst to me, because I didn't have nothing to hide. I never locked my phone like that. Ain't no big deal. So then, fast forward, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm in front of Judge Boyd. The courtroom is packed with all lawyers. It's all lawyers. It's a family law courtroom / business courtroom. They're doing business, filing motions, all this stuff. The room has got about 100 lawyers in there. She calls me at 9:05 in the morning. 9:05 in the morning, y'all. My phone went bang. I looked, I said, who the freak is ringing? It was weird because I had an out of body experience. Like, whose phone is that? Oh, damn, that's my phone. So Judge Boyd said, are you going to answer that? I said, oh, shit. The whole courtroom staring at me. I said, hello. And he says, put it on speaker. So then I put the phone on speaker.
God. So they did like Sybil did.
Right.
With Sam.
You mean Shelby?
And so
Shelby.
He said, put it on speaker. So I answered the phone speaker. I said, hello. And she said, what are you doing? Judge said, this is Judge Boyd of the Circuit Court of Cook County. We all would like to know, what are you calling about? Click. I said, she hung up, Your Honor. He said, thank you. This will add to my phone collection of phones I have. Thank you, Mr. Banks. So my $150 phone, I still haven't seen. That was 11 years ago.
You got your phone confiscated like you was a teenager. Damn.
Oh my God.
Damn.
So, but he's on a top secret mission.
In the middle of a very dangerous
He tried to play it off. He tried, and his sister just had to say his name one time.
One time. That was all
time. One time.
Sam. Who is Sam?
Who is Sam? And did y'all feel kind of bad for Bucky the way that Zemo was kind of prostituting him out?
Bro.
Like, oh, I'll give you the codes for him and you can keep him.
Why he caress his face like that?
And he did try. He did try Bucky at the jail when he was like, using the codes to activate him, and Bucky's like, "Nah, I don't do that no more." We was all waiting for that though. We knew he was gonna try it at least.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
But he did find a way to manipulate him to becoming the Winter Soldier, though.
But you know what? But even though, yes, he found a way to manipulate him, he had to do that.
Yeah, but think about it. It was on video now. It's on video that he did that as the Winter Soldier. And now his therapist has it, and probably the United States has it because it's on the internet. So he could get in some serious trouble. He could get blackmailed by Captain America and Battlestar to do whatever they want.
You know what? Can I tell you something? I know I don't wish ill on nobody. But I do wish severe bodily harm on Captain America.
He has such a punchable face.
That's what I said the first time I saw him at the end of episode 1. I was like, "Oh my god, that is the most punchable face I've ever seen."
What is wrong with the boy's chin?
That is his dad's chin. Think about that. That is oh god, I can't think of his name. Kurt Russell's chin. Punch him. Kurt Russell's chin.
Punch him.
But Kurt Russell doesn't have a punchable face. That's the thing. But his son does. Maybe it's the Goldie Hawn side that mixed with
punch
Kurt
him.
Russell.
Damn it, punch him. I want to punch him.
And Wild Knight, to your point, yes, he did keep dropping hints to his sister, like, I'm gonna go, or just like, okay, yeah. And she just kept trying to talk to him, and she was yelling at her kids. I'm like, oh my god. Sam just say, look, I gotta go.
Not the Cheerios.
Yes, I gotta go.
You know what was facts about that? You know what's crazy? Because I'm trying to eat better. Guess what snack I was eating when she yelled out Cheerios?
Cheerios?
Cheerios.
Multi-grain ones? Multi-grain ones are good ones.
I'm telling you, I sat there and said, oh, snap. She just yelled out Cheerios. I said, damn. I'm going to tell y'all, I can't wait for the next episode because I want to see Wakanda go get Zemo. Whoop that tail. Do something.
So I'm not surprised. I'm responding to Wild Knight. I'm not surprised that the guy took down all his social media.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's son had to take down his social media. He was getting too much hate.
A friend of mine who's in like the film industry, she was like, but he's proud that people are reacting that way because that means he played his character correctly.
Mm-hmm. This is true. I mean, but still, you gotta feel kind of bad for him. I mean, he's
100%.
just playing a character. I mean, but if you think about it, Wild Knight, is it Mia Tan? The lady that played the love interest in the Jedi in the Last Jedi, and they kind of like regaled her to the back end. The Asian lady that was annoying. She got so much hate. She stopped acting for a little while
because she was Asian.
Mm-hmm. No. It wasn't because she was Asian. It was because of her character. They disliked her character to that level.
But also because
I think it's because she was Asian.
It was both. Because people are racist.
Yes, they are. So, Christina, any closing thoughts?
Nah, man. I'm excited for the next 3 episodes because it's only going to be 3 and I'm sad.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't worry because you know what happens in 4 weeks then. Loki.
Did she do a little happy shake?
I love me some Tom Hiddleston and Loki. They're both.
I don't know why Battlestar is not.
I know why. Let me address that.
Yes, go ahead.
I know why. Because, excuse me for saying like that, but a black man was relegated to a sidekick, wannabe massa, shine your shoes role, and they all for that.
Also, he has the token black girlfriend. Don't forget about her.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was his girlfriend in the first episode. I wasn't even paying attention to that. And that was his high school, so they were showing he was the jock in high school, and he's
was
multicultural, and he's such a good guy, and he did all this stuff. And
Not the HBCU band.
y'all did know that he was, or Captain America, he was a soldier, but he wasn't like a Green Beret. He was like the skinniest one. He was malnutrition. He was the
He just
doctor
had heart.
picked him. Right. The
'Cause he had
doctor picked
heart.
him because he had heart.
Like
Oh, that's
I
his
say,
wife, Wild Not said. Not his girlfriend. That's his wife.
Oh, token black wife. Sorry.
And what I gotta say about Captain America, and after that, I was like, fuck Hector.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand his punk ass, and I don't even like the cuts.
I think it's going to be interesting to see in the last 3 episodes. I don't know who the power broker is. Sharon Carter, I don't know if she's going to come back, but I do think she's deep cover in Mandapore. I think she's...
definitely think, especially with that scene with her getting in the car.
Yeah, talking to that one guy, talking to that one chick, and she was like, oh, I think it's gotten worse. She's either very undercover or she's actually the power broker and just playing it off.
And that's what I was about to say. What if she's the power broker, y'all?
But what is she trying to do? Create more Steves? Hoping to get more Steves? I mean, because you only got 20 things of the formula out there. And I don't think the Flag Smashers have 20 people that they use.
But then why would she bring them to her own scientist?
Just to see what could come of it? I don't know. Maybe she's just...
Because she knows Zemo. She knows that her scientist wouldn't have lived. And he was clearly working on something.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she's the power broker.
And also, can someone tell me, okay, back in the World War II, I could see the doctor not wanting to keep notes because if somebody stole the notes, it'd be very bad. How does this guy not have a OneDrive, a Google Drive?
You put it on the internet is worse than keeping notes.
But he doesn't have any notes or nothing. So if he dies, there goes the formula with him.
But here's the issue. The whole damn lab just blew up.
That too.
Yep. Which was purposeful.
Yes. But he didn't save nothing off into another area. He didn't do
we don't know
off-site. No.
We
don't know that.
So how many, and I didn't hear this, how many did Flag Smasher and them actually steal? Did they steal all 20?
They stole all 20.
They stole 20.
Yeah.
They stole all 20.
There's not 20 Flag Smashers.
No.
So where's the other, 10?
They used 8.
Okay. So where's the other 12?
They said they have the rest. And
they have the rest. And remember, that's why the power broker kept saying, you stole something from me and I'm going to get it back and kill you. He wants his 12 vials.
Him not having notes gives other people incentive to keep him alive because he's the only one with the knowledge. Classic
and his story is kind of messed up, but he's like any of the other blipped up people, right? I mean, they're gone for 5 years. They come back to your effect, Nate. Now your program is dead. Everything you worked on is gone. What do you do? What do you do?
It's so crazy. It's so crazy that he was working for the Americans. Then they closed the program and now the power broker hooked him
And
up
since when, I'm sorry, with Thunderbolt Ross that was still around for those 5 years, and this guy comes back, and you created the Hulk trying to replicate the Super Soldier program, why would you then not want to continue the program?
He was the only dude with the knowledge.
No, but he came back, so why not have him finish it if he had perfected this?
And I'm not saying Thunderbolt Ross isn't around, but we don't know what Thunderbolt Ross is doing. We don't know if he's still part of that. We don't know if they shut it down. We don't know if he went underground. We don't know anything about Thunderbolt Ross.
We'll find out in Black Widow, which again doesn't come out till July now, so that's a little disheartening. But I digress. But Christina, any shout outs?
Follow my social media at cjasmine.music. That's me. Yeah, see what I'm up to. Trying to live my best life.
Big Nate, what you got? Come on. We already know what's going on Sunday. Come on, let me hear it. What's going on Sunday?
Oh, I'm sorry. The old school drive from 1 to 5 with me.
He's his own damn show.
I didn't know what you wanted me to talk about. I was like, wait,
it's
what?
Sunday.
It's
what do you
Sunday.
usually do on Sunday, sir, other than Easter? I know it is Easter.
And I want to let Wild Knight know that I got to come back and see my mom in 2 weeks. So that Friday, I'll touch down like at midnight. But like that Saturday night, I am trying to catch up with somebody to have some. I want to have something to pair my cigars with, and I know Wild Knight has excellent drinks. I just want to make sure that he knows I'll be in town April 16th, which is that Saturday.
And we will not have a show that weekend anyway because yours truly will be in Vegas. So, and that's all I can say about that.
Well,
I'm not allowed to say anymore.
But let me say this again. I want to make a shout out. I wanna make a shout out to my niece Christina. I love her to bits and pieces. I'm gonna you beautiful. Look, I am gonna try to get out to my niece Christina that last weekend of April.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Because I'll be in Chicago.
All right. Well, then I need to.
Week after that. That's fine.
All right, cool. Well, I want to get out there because I want to see what she is. She's been working slowly but surely on getting me in front of her boss. And even though my headshots are great as is, I would love, they are a little old. In fact, they're 10 years old. More than that, like 12 years old. So I want to get out there, take some new headshots. And then I would really love to meet, talk to, do whatever this lady, because like she said, there's nobody in our African American age category. So I'm down. I'm about to start this acting thing back up, and my niece done dropped hints for her uncle, and I'm as happy as a clam.
All right. Well,
she looking out for her uncle, and I appreciate that more than she ever knows. And one thing I want to say is, if all of a sudden they start doing these open casting calls, or they start sending me the things, I don't know how it would work, Christina, because I know you do music, but I want to make sure if I do get booked for something, how do I make sure you get it as the agent cut?
Is this something y'all want to talk about offline?
Yeah, we'll discuss that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, regardless of that, I want to give a shout out to my baby girl, Denise, that I'm so proud of, that I just enjoy. Thank you, niece. I appreciate you more than you ever know. Anybody even looking out for her uncle, anybody looking out for me, I'm always gonna be appreciative. And not only that, they in this Supreme Court Commission on Equity and Justice, they named me as a subcommittee chair. So I'm working with Supreme Court now. So I can't, but my name is growing. Now I'm way downstate, but my name is growing in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, and that's what's up.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening, morning, and afternoon, depending on where you at. And we will be back next week to discuss episode 4. And then the week after that, we will not be on. There will not be an episode.
Will not be on.
But we'll be back on the 23rd for episode 5 and 6, which will be the season finale. So that should be interesting. And then we get a week hiatus again. And that's probably good because Christina will be traveling on the 30th. So we get a week hiatus, and then Loki should be coming back the following week in early May.
But my baby girl been working 3 jobs like she's Jamaican. But we want to make sure that she watches Justice League and Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla.
For some reason, your uncle went into Godzilla versus Kong thinking it was going to be a tour de force.
I'm gonna tell you.
Did you think it would be anything other than just animatronics fighting?
I'm gonna tell you. I at the end of it, I went and said to myself, "Now what just happened?" Who's on
Now,
first?
I will say this: it was kind of an abrupt end.
Did you think it would be something more than just Pacific
I'm
Rim?
gonna tell you what this
No,
should
it
have
wasn't
been.
even Pacific Rim. It was
No,
more
it
like
wasn't
the end of
Pacific Rim.
Friday with head nods, like,
Yeah, I was.
You
So
gotta watch
confused.
it. You gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it, so you'll understand why I posed. I went in this consensual, and then I felt like with so many twists and turns and confusion, I was like, I need to file a report. I'm just confused. So I mean, if you saw it at the movie, really, that is a movie
Seeing
you
it in the
need to
movie
watch
theaters
at
was
the
nice.
movie theater.
Yeah.
Because all that action in the movie theaters, or like our boy Cicero did, he saw it in IMAX, and he was like, I saw it in IMAX, it was dope. I said, you know what? IMAX theater or regular theater, that is the way to watch that movie.
And I will tell you, Wonder Woman 84 was definitely better in the theater than watching it on my TV screen. And that's just because of watching this stuff in the movies is a whole lot better. I'm going to go see Mortal Kombat in the movies.
I feel like most big films like that, especially like superhero movies, are made with theater things in mind. And that's why they're better in theaters.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, before we sign off, Wild Night, I don't know, do you smoke cigars? Put it in the chat if you smoke cigars so I can bring you one.
Yes, he does. Don't you recall he was going to join you and Uncle Cliff? Not me, the other Uncle Cliff.
On the midnight train in Georgia.
Really?
Well, I might need Wild Night to meet me over Uncle Cliff's so we can have a 4-man powwow. Because
4-man powwow, Great American Smokeout.
Cigars. Because we'll have Eric
He
back
just
over
said,
there.
bruh, this is exactly what he said, just so you know. So I think that means he's in there like swimwear.
Fact.
In there like swimwear.
Yeah, so we want to make sure he's out with us on that 16th, whether I'm over his house or whether he meets me over the west side. We just want to make sure. Well, yeah.
That's the Chicago in us. And for those who don't know, that is the Chicago in us. That is totally all Chicago. West Side.
West Side.
Not both of us at the same time. If y'all didn't know we were related by the face. Now you really know.
But again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We'll be signing off now, and we will talk to y'all next week. And then we'll have a 1-week hiatus and then come back for the final 2 episodes. So thank y'all again. Peace out. And you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And you can also catch us on many of your podcasting
iTunes.
Yes, iTunes,
Amazon,
Spotify, Google Plus, all that. You can catch us out there. But thank y'all again for joining us. And y'all have a good night.
That's because we got hoes in different areas.
No, we got podcasts in different area codes.
Oh, my bad. Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry.
Damn, I'm a married man. I ain't got no hoe in no different area codes. What the hell is wrong with you?
You're trying to get him killed.
What in the haberdashery and hemoglobins is you trying to pull?
What in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin am I doing here? Hey.
Peace out, everybody.